Do you have any truck beer girl songs? Because that would be an interesting.
Yeah, I've got this silly one about this guy in West Virginia that he's like he's the most laid back, because I always get in my head and go over analytical about stuff and get real serious sometimes about things. And he's like, buddy, you just got to take a drag off this thing. And he'll, he was the one, he'd always like peer pressure me into taking a hit off a joint or something and like just try to cheer. And he just didn't take life so seriously. So I've written this song about, it's called Dr. Dan, and it's about, he's a doctor, but he's not like a conventional doctor. That's a silly one that I'll put out. So I do have some silly ones like that. I have a couple funny ones that I'll never ever probably play to the public, but I played them at the Mothership, only because nobody has their phones in there. But right after we did Rogan, I got a chance. I got connected with Tom Segura right after Rogan, and we went over to the Mothership, and I got to meet him. And I love Adam Agat. He was on the thing with Norm Macdonald, is how I got introduced to him. That show Norm Macdonald had, but he's an awesome dude. And so we ended up at the Mothership. I think it was the evening after the Rogan podcast, and Tom's like, well, they've never had live music in here. He's like, you could be the first one. And I was like, whatever. And so we only had one guitar, and I had my guitarist Joey with me. So Ron White was there. It was Tom Segura and then Ron White that night. And Ron took Joey in his car, drove him across town to his house, and grabbed another guitar and came back. And we got up there and we did like two really silly songs, and then Richmond in between Tom's set and Ron's set. And I was like, again, that was one of those moments in my life where I was like, what?
Yeah.
What is this? Like, what is this crazy reality I'm in? But I do have some funny. I used to, because a lot of, when I wasn't playing the open mics, Brian that you met, a lot of my guitar playing was spent at places like his house, and we were all heavy drinkers, and we were just sitting around at a party playing or whatever, and so I definitely like the silly stuff too. But